I think surveillance is the strongest threat to freedom of speech online.
Algorithms and predictive policing and security technologies of surveillance that are being produced and used in so many countries lately. That also obviously hack our accounts, our privacy, our intimate things, and basically leave us with no privacy anymore.
If you're a user or a journalist or any publishing entity, if you feel that you're being watched all the time, it's either that you're gonna impose some kind of self-censorship on yourself, or you're take the risk but also take the consequences of this risk by either being jailed or being imprisoned in certain situations.
I think the term hate speech is a bit problematic because we never know where to draw the line. In Lebanon, for example, we've had people getting arrested for cursing the president on Facebook or on Twitter. And in my opinion, that shouldn't happen.
I think lately the phenomena of many legislations that are coming in many countries in our region, specifically in the Palestinian reality, those legislations are coming in a shape and in titles that sounds good and productive, like cybercrime law, but actually underneath there's a lot of attempts to shrink the freedom of expression on the online.
And it's usually being done right now and justified under fighting terrorism, and being privacy is being traded off in the official narrative for security.
And these we have to pay great attention to these legislations.
I think we should have more conversations about the term hate speech, to try to define it more, to know where we should do something about it, where we shouldn't, where we should let people be, have their own free expression.
On a local level, I would say there's always benefits in exposing different surveillance practices of the government, especially in the lack of systems of accountability, but it's always hard to get this kind of information on surveillance practices. On a global level, I would say that governments who really and truly believe and promote itself as a human rights defender and should impose more scrutinized measures to track the imports and exports of its products, especially to countries with really bad human rights records, to see how it's being used against its people.